Yeah, well, on this topic, you know, we'll have to have one of those podcast conversations like we were talking about earlier.
Right.
So we can definitely go into depth. But one thing I do want to ask you is, with the launch of that's coming up with you, I kind of want to, hear from you. Well, just kind of tell me about beating bariatrics.
Okay. Beating bariatrics is big for me. It's one of the biggest projects I've ever worked on. It's part of the reason why I work tirelessly at work. It's the reason why I get up, I go down. I mean, it's a brand that is, like, as I mentioned before, my passion is with plus size people. Men don't call themselves plus size, husky is what they call them, but it's just the obese person, period. And a person, well, I had bariatric surgery 10 years ago, the gastric bypass. A lot of people don't know. I don't care if they know. I will definitely tell them. I was very successful with it. I had it at Wake Forest Baptist Hospital in North Carolina.
Now, excuse me. Before we get into all that, let's take a look. Kind of talk a little bit about what kind of led up to that, and kind of like, the process for the people that don't know.
The process for the bariatric surgery? Absolutely. Well, the bariatric surgery, again, is for a morbidly obese person. What society thinks is morbidly obese. You have to be a certain BMI. I don't want to give a false information, but you have to have a certain BMI, and that's body mass index, to even qualify for the surgery. It used to be where you had to have health ailments. That's not the case anymore. It's now considered a cosmetic surgery, and it's for a person to feel better. A lot of times, the primary reason, if we want to be real about it, is to make someone look better. But there are those few instances where people are having them to get rid of health ailments. And when I say health ailments, we're speaking of hypertension, diabetes, sleep apnea, things of that nature that are contributed by a person's excessive weight. My reason, thank you Jesus, I have great genes. I didn't have any health issues. Mine was strictly cosmetic. And the drawing line for me was my best friend was getting married. And Christy is known for having this bubbly personality, the life of the party. And we all had to meet at David's Bridal for bridesmaids dress trial. And I'm crunk. I'm the one who livens everybody up. And we all had our separate rooms to go in. And everyone came out saying, oh, mine looks like this, mine feels like this, mine looks good. And it was a very flattering dress. We made sure we voted on it. It's something we all were blessed with. Decent shapes, what today's society calls a decent shape, smaller tops and bigger bottoms. So everybody said, oh, this looks good, this is sexy. Well, they soon noticed that I did not come out of the dressing room. And where is Sparkles? That's another name for me. Sparkles. Where is Sparkles popping her junk? Christy, for the first time, Christy was shut up when it came to her looks. I've always been proud of who I was as an adult, always. But this shut me down because the largest size dress they had, which was a 28, it didn't fit me. But the top fit me fine. It was two separate pieces. It was one of those dresses that it looks like a full dress, but it's actually two pieces. A tube top and a skirt. The top fit me fine, which I never have a problem with my top pieces. But the bottom, which was a 28, I could not get in. And I cried. I cried at that moment. And she came in there, the bride came in there and said, it's okay. Which, that's her personality. She's soft spoken like that. And we could get a bigger size. We called the attendant over, and she said, that's the biggest size it comes in. And I was like, dang. Reality set in. So for the wedding, I had to come down some to get into the dress. So that's where, before I chose to have bariatric surgery, I started exercising on my own. And it was a roller coaster. I would lose 60 pounds, gain them back. Lose 45 pounds, gain them back. And it is a true story that when you're younger, It melts off of you. When you get older, that stuff sticks to you like concrete on the ground. I have to work super hard now. And so that's what led up. That's the actual event. That's the cornerstone that led up to me deciding to have bariatric surgery. I mean, because I wanted a quick fix. She was getting married. I needed help. But I actually lost enough weight before the surgery to get the dress. But I still wasn't satisfied because I wanted to be smaller. It's like, it's once you start losing, it gets addictive. And you want to get smaller, smaller, and smaller. So that was a quick fix. So that's what led up to my desire to want bariatric surgery.
Absolutely. Like mentally, like, you know, what were you facing at the time? And like,
oh my God,
with the operation, is it dangerous?
I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna give you a totality, the totality of the picture. I'm sorry, excuse me, I get excited when I talk about this. I'm gonna give you the totality of the event. When I was there, we were having problems. You know, there were, you know, other situations that he was involved in, and you go through that comparison stage. Like, what do other people have that I don't? So you're dealing with that. So you want, and the other situations may have been smaller than me, and you're like, well, you're thinking this is gonna solve it, you know. And then the fair rise. We talk about fair rise. I mean, my top wasn't a problem, but I could not get in a fair ride. So you just thinking of all these things, and you want to do something about it, and it just wasn't a quick fix, and I needed a quick fix. So I mean, I've never been scared. I've always been fearless. So people telling me that this is dangerous, I didn't want to hear that. I mean, I want this surgery and I want it now. And I had it at one of the top hospitals that were doing it at that time. And I think why mine was so successful and that I haven't gained all of it back is because they created a wonderful program. A program where I had to lose 40 pounds before I was added on the schedule. I had to meet with my group and exercise 4 times a week. I had to meet with my registered dietitian 3 times a month with my journal showing what I ate. It was an awesome program, and I credit that to the success that I have. I mean, I don't call it a total flop because I hadn't gained all the weight back, but I'm not satisfied that I have gained half of it back.
Absolutely. So, you know, back in the beating bariatrics, you know,
this is where beating bariatric stemmed from.
Yeah.
Because, as you know, we live in a world where cosmetic surgery is, I mean, it's becoming so prevalent now. It's becoming so prevalent that, and so desired, that people are actually doing it black market. It's you know, so as I mentioned before, bariatric surgery is now a form of cosmetic surgery. I had it 10 years ago. I'm around so many women that are scheduled for it, are thinking about it, or have had it. So what Beating Bariatrics that will launch on May 1st will offer is, it's a comprehensive weight loss clinic. And what we will offer, we do have a headquarters, I do have an office in Smyrna, but we will be catering to Central Georgia and Northwest Atlanta for now. Some of Atlanta, a little bit, a couple of more parts of Atlanta, but South, Northwest Atlanta and Central Georgia. And what it is we're going to offer, the number one reason why the bariatric procedure fails is lack of accountability. People and lack of education about the surgery and what's required. Truth be told, where it used to be a big process, it's not that much of a process anymore. I mean, people are saying they want it this week, and a couple of weeks out, they're having it. They don't have it. I would say, I feel safe to say at least 95% of the people, and I feel so sure of myself when I say this, do not have a history of exercising. They have no knowledge of what needs to be done, the vitamins that need to be taken. It's very important that you follow the vitamin regimen, or else you'll have all kinds of deficits that will take a toll on your health. Ask me, how do I know? That was myself. Vitamin D is a big deficiency that you will go through. Potassium, when you start having numbness of your body, for no reason, you're walking, your limbs are going numb. Vitamin D, anemia, you're cold all the time. I'm cold all the time. This is something you're going to battle with for the rest of your life. So Beating Bariatrics will offer these services. Registered dietitian, we'll have clinicians, counselors, personal trainers, and inspirers, people who know about it to encourage you on our team. We're gonna it's a full movement, and we're gonna be there for those people, as I mentioned before, who have either had the surgery, who are already scheduled for the surgery, or either thinking about the surgery. And we want to make sure you receive your maximum outcome. We're gonna offer vitamins, workout equipment, workout attire. We're gonna offer I said vitamins, workout equipment, water bottles. We're gonna offer foods, smoothies, shakes, things to help you along your bariatric journey, no matter where you are, no matter at what point you are at while you're in it.
Absolutely. I mean, is it only for women?
Definitely not. It's for men as well. We want, because men have the surgery as well too. They just don't announce it and are not as vocal as the woman. But it's definitely not for women only. It's for men, and we're going to cater to them too. And oddly enough, what's been proven is that men start out on fire, but they're quickly to go back and reverse their results quicker than women for some reason. I'm not sure why, but that has been a proven case, and we want to be there for them as well. It's definitely no discrimination when it comes to genders.
Absolutely.